Welcome everyone to the Fluent Career English Podcast for Fluent Communication. We're so glad you're here with us today. If you've ever felt nervous speaking in a meeting, doubted your English, or stayed quiet even when you had a strong idea, this episode is for you, and not just a little bit for you, deeply for you.
This podcast is about real communication, not textbook English, real conversations that help you grow professionally and personally.
Exactly. We focus on practical vocabulary, mindset shifts, emotional awareness, and the kind of confidence you actually need in the workplace. Because fluency is not just about grammar, it's about presence.
Presence is a powerful word. Presence means the way you carry yourself, the energy you bring into a room, the way people feel when you speak.
Yes, you can speak simple English and still have strong presence. Or you can use advanced vocabulary and still feel invisible.
So if your goal is to speak clearly, confidently, and naturally at work, you're in the right place.
And before we go further, take a quick second to subscribe to this channel. If these conversations resonate with you, subscribing ensures you continue building your fluency consistently. Consistency is key.
Consistency means doing something regularly, even when motivation is low. That's how real improvement happens.
All right, let's step into a scenario many of you know very well. You're about 3 weeks into a new job. You're still adjusting, still observing the company culture. Observing is an important word. It means watching carefully and learning before speaking.
Then your manager says tomorrow, "I'd like you to share your thoughts in the strategy meeting."
Strategy, another useful word. Strategy means a long-term plan designed to achieve a specific goal.
You smile and say, "Of course," but inside, your heart starts racing. That physical reaction is called anxiety.
Anxiety is a feeling of worry or nervousness about something uncertain. It's very common in professional settings.
The next day, you walk into the meeting room. Senior managers are there. People are speaking quickly, using confident tones. And suddenly you feel intimidated.
Intimidated means feeling nervous because others seem more experienced or more powerful than you.
And when intimidation shows up, self-doubt usually follows.
Self-doubt is that inner voice whispering, "Maybe I'm not qualified." Qualified means having the skills or experience needed for something.
Or you think, what if I mispronounce a word? That fear of judgment can be paralyzing.
Paralyzing means stopping you from taking action, like being frozen emotionally.
But here's something important. Almost everyone in that room has felt that before, even the confident ones.
The difference is mindset.
Mindset means the way you interpret situations. If your mindset is, "I must impress everyone," you create pressure.
Pressure reduces clarity, and clarity is your greatest advantage.
Clarity means expressing ideas in a way that is easy to understand, clear structure, clear intention.
Instead of thinking, "I need to sound intelligent," try thinking, "I will add value."
Value means something useful or beneficial. Meetings are collaborative discussions, meaning people working together toward a shared goal. Your role isn't perfection, it's making a contribution. Adding something meaningful to move things forward.
Even one concise sentence can shift a meeting. Concise means clear and brief. When you speak with clarity, people trust you, and that builds credibility, which means others see you as competent and reliable.
Be assertive. Assertive means expressing your opinion clearly and respectfully, not passive and not aggressive. When you do that, people perceive you as confident.
That's real collaboration, and collaboration creates synergy, where combined effort becomes stronger than individual effort. Influence grows from that.
If you stayed quiet before, that's not failure. That's awareness, recognizing what's happening inside you. Awareness is the moment you notice the hesitation, the tight chest, the overthinking. And that awareness is where real growth begins.
Fluent communication is about speaking intentionally, with purpose and direction. It's not random talking. It's not filling silence. One clear sentence delivered with courage is often more powerful than 5 nervous explanations.
You don't need to dominate. Dominate means trying to control the conversation or overpower others. That usually comes from insecurity, not confidence.
You need to be clear. Clarity creates calm authority. When your message is simple and structured, people listen more carefully.
Clear beats perfect. Perfection creates pressure. Clarity creates connection.
Let's go back into that meeting room for a moment. You're sitting there, listening, and you feel the urge to speak, but you hesitate. That hesitation often comes from overanalyzing.
Overanalyzing means thinking so much that you delay action. You replay the sentence in your head 5 times before saying it. By the time you're ready, the moment has passed.
Instead of overanalyzing, try structuring your thought quickly. State the problem, suggest the solution, explain the benefit. 3 steps. That's structure.
Structure builds confidence because your brain feels organized. When your thinking is organized, your speaking becomes organized. Disorganized thoughts create scattered speech.
Scattered means unfocused and unclear. And when your message feels scattered, listeners lose interest. But when it feels structured, they stay engaged.
Engaged means mentally present and interested. Engagement is what you want in meetings. You want people leaning in, not checking their phones.
Another important skill is emotional regulation. Regulation means controlling and managing your emotions, instead of letting them control you. In meetings, calm energy is powerful.
Calm doesn't mean quiet. Calm means steady. Your voice is measured. Your tone is balanced. Your breathing is controlled.
Let's talk about tone for a moment. Tone is the emotional quality of your voice. The same sentence can sound confident or insecure depending on tone.
For example, I think this might work can sound uncertain, but I believe this approach can improve efficiency sounds grounded. Grounded means stable and confident.
Confidence is often misinterpreted. Misinterpreted means understood incorrectly. Confidence is not loudness, it's clarity plus composure.
Composure means staying calm under pressure. When others speak quickly or challenge your idea, composure allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of defensively.
Defensive communication happens when you feel personally attacked. But in professional settings, feedback is rarely personal. It's strategic.
Strategic means focused on long-term goals rather than short-term emotions. When you view feedback strategically, you pause before reacting. You ask yourself what the bigger objective is. That shift allows you to respond with curiosity instead of emotion.
Curiosity is powerful in professional conversations. Instead of reacting defensively, you ask, "Can you clarify your concern?" Clarify means to make something easier to understand. That simple question changes the tone of the discussion immediately.
That question shows maturity. Maturity means emotional and professional development over time. It signals that you can handle pressure without becoming reactive. People respect that kind of stability in the workplace.
Let's go deeper into influence. Influence is the ability to affect decisions without using force or authority. It grows when your words are consistent, thoughtful, and grounded in logic. Influence is built slowly through repeated, clear communication.
Consistency builds trust because people know what to expect from you. Trust builds credibility, which means others see you as reliable and competent. Credibility naturally strengthens your influence in conversations, and influence often opens new opportunities.
Opportunities don't always go to the smartest person in the room. They often go to the clearest communicator. Clarity reduces uncertainty for decision makers. When leaders feel certain, they move faster.
And certainty makes leaders uncomfortable because it increases risk. When you speak clearly, you reduce that uncertainty. You organize complex ideas into simple language. That ability makes you extremely valuable.
Valuable employees are not perfect speakers. They are reliable communicators who show up prepared. Reliable means people can depend on you consistently. That reputation compounds over time.
Now imagine something powerful. 6 months from now, you walk into a meeting and speak without hesitation. That level of confidence feels natural instead of forced. But that transformation does not happen overnight.
Transformation means a significant change that develops gradually. It happens through repetition and small, consistent efforts. Repetition builds familiarity with uncomfortable situations, and familiarity reduces fear.
Familiarity reduces fear because your brain recognizes the pattern. The more you expose yourself to speaking moments, the less intimidating they become. Intimidation fades as experience grows. Experience builds internal confidence.
Intimidation shrinks when competence grows. Competence means having the skills and knowledge to perform effectively. The more competent you feel, the less you second-guess yourself. That internal certainty shows externally.
Competence grows through practice, not silence. Silence may feel safe in the moment, but it slows development. Development requires active participation. Growth demands engagement.
Development requires discomfort. Discomfort means feeling slightly uneasy while learning something new. That uneasy feeling is not a warning sign. It is a growth signal. Growth lives just beyond comfort.
Every time you choose to speak despite discomfort, you expand your confidence. Expand means to increase gradually over time. Confidence built through action becomes stronger with repetition. Small risks create long-term strength.
Confidence built through action is sustainable. Sustainable means lasting over time instead of disappearing quickly. It is different from temporary motivation. Sustainable confidence comes from preparation and experience.
Temporary confidence depends on mood and circumstances. Sustainable confidence depends on preparation and clarity. When you prepare your thoughts, you reduce uncertainty. And reduced uncertainty lowers anxiety.
Preparation reduces anxiety because it replaces fear with structure. Anxiety thrives in uncertainty and vague thinking. The more prepared you are, the calmer your delivery becomes. Calm delivery increases credibility.
So before your next meeting, prepare one insight. Just one strong, structured idea. That small preparation changes your posture and tone automatically. Preparation creates quiet confidence.
Posture matters more than people realize. When you sit upright and breathe steadily, your voice naturally sounds stronger. Body language influences perception in subtle ways. Others interpret your physical presence as confidence.
Perception shapes reputation over time. Reputation means how others consistently view you based on repeated behavior. Each meeting becomes a data point in that perception. Clear communication strengthens that image.
And over time, small moments of clear communication compound. Compound means they build on each other and grow stronger together. Tiny improvements accumulate into noticeable transformation. That's how professional growth truly happens.
Careers rarely grow from one dramatic speech. They grow from consistent, intentional contributions in everyday meetings. Consistency builds trust slowly but powerfully. And trust builds long-term opportunity.
So next time you feel that familiar fear before speaking, recognize it. Label the feeling instead of fighting it. Breathe slowly and steady your tone. Then focus on your message.
Deliver one clear sentence, not perfect, not elaborate, just clear. Clarity demonstrates structure and confidence, and structure reduces anxiety for both you and your listeners.
Because clarity builds credibility over time. Credibility strengthens influence naturally. Influence expands opportunity, and opportunity shapes careers.
You don't need to dominate conversations to be respected. Dominating often creates resistance instead of trust. Leadership is calm and intentional. Leadership is clear.
You need to be clear in your message and steady in your tone. Clarity communicates competence without aggression. It shows that you understand both the problem and the solution. That is real confidence.
Clear beats perfect in every professional setting. Perfection delays action and increases fear. Clarity encourages participation and growth. And growth is the real goal.
Every single time. And before we close today, I want you to pause and reflect for a moment. How did this conversation make you feel? Did you see yourself in that meeting room, sitting quietly, wanting to speak but hesitating? Think about the biggest lesson you're taking away from this episode. Was it clarity, confidence, preparation, or mindset? Which word stood out to you the most? And how can you apply it in your next meeting? I'd really love to hear from you. Share in the comments, what is one communication challenge you're currently facing at work? And what is one sentence you're going to prepare before your next meeting? Keep practicing, keep contributing, and remember, clear beats perfect.